Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to First 15 at 8:15. This is Rich Levin. So glad to have you here. Just as always, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I like to announce that we are going to have a live call on Monday today at 8:30 and then again at 11:30, and cover topics that are on your mind as well as other topics, and we'll probably talk about today's topic. Now, I'm going to get right into today's topic. It's part of your 2016 business plan. And Chava, why don't we put the business plan workbook as today's resource material? Well, yeah, let's rethink that. I have to think about that. Yep, you have to think about that. But check today for resource material. On the business plan, on the Real Estate Grad School business plan, okay, we make it easy. Personal finances, we actually make it easy. Personal finances and personal financial goals can seem very complicated and complicating. I mean, personal finances, you have the stock market, and you have bonds, and you have annuities, you have life insurance, you have whole life insurance, you've got term life insurance, you've got a variety of life insurances, you've got gold and silver. Holy cow, man, there's so many, it can look so complicated. So at Real Estate Grad School, one of the things we do always is to make things as simple as possible. So at Real Estate Grad Schools, I try to make it clear, simple, and easy to measure, yet measure in a way that's profound on the impact of your thinking about your personal wealth. So here's what prompted me to do this. An agent said to me, my company teaches me to grow my business. I teach this company to grow my business this week, how to prospect, all kinds of ways to grow my business. In addition to that, I invest in real estate. And I have other things that I want to buy, I want to travel, I want to invest, I want to be involved in. But what do I focus on? Man, it's so hard. So we teach this as part of your Real Estate Grad School business plan, that the thing you focus on financially and perhaps career-wise, for sure career-wise if you're in real estate, and that is the real goal is your net worth. Now we'll define that and show you exactly how to calculate it in a very simple way in just a bit. The goal is your net worth, which means at the end of the year, and this is exactly what I told this person when they said to me, what do I focus on? At the end of the year, as a matter of fact, at the end of each quarter, you measure your net worth and you be sure that you're worth more at the end of that quarter, and for sure at the end of that year, than you were when that year or that quarter started. And if you've eaten into your equity, eaten into your net worth for some reason, it needs to be an extremely good reason. Because net worth is the only real measure of real wealth and financial security. Now, one of you, a coaching client with Real Estate Grad School, who will go unnamed and unlocated, they were a group coaching client for many years in the group program, just like many of you, and recently, within the last year or two, became a one-on-one coaching client. And something she told me something very personal. She said, Rich, I'm going to share something with you. You can share it, but don't share my name or who I am. As a matter of fact, it may be a man, maybe a woman. I often will turn that around on you just to keep person's identity that much more confidential. She said by June of this year, 2016, this person told me this just within the last month or two, she will have a net worth of over $2 million, starting from basically scratch many years ago. $2 million. Now, that's a combination of real estate she owns and savings accounts and other assets, cars, etc. Another client of Real Estate Grad School in 2013 raised her income from under $200,000 to over $400,000. And then the next year in 2014, again in 2015, she continued to have an exceptional income. She traveled, she had a great time. She bought crazy, wonderful gifts for herself and her loved ones. She remodeled her home, and she kept $50,000 in the bank as security. But this year began a little slowly, and it touched off an odd insecurity, that same feeling she had when she wasn't earning as much and was afraid for her, her comfort, even her peace of mind. And starting slower this year gave her a touch of that feeling again. Now, this year began to be slowly touched off that feeling, but now she's working on building a 7-figure net worth. She said, you know what, $50,000 in the bank isn't enough, and I can do better than that. So now her focus is on building $1 million and then a $2 million net worth. That's something she can stop worrying and stop depending on other people for. So it took a little while, took a few years to have a good time and get used to earning an extraordinary income. And this, maybe at your level, it might be less than that or more than that, but this is what I want for all of you. So let's talk for a moment about financial security. Okay? And when I say financial security, I like to keep it very simple and specifically talk about your net worth. Now, in the 2016 business plan, I had you judge yourself in this. So on a scale from 0 to 5, if you're looking at the screen that's in the upper right, this doesn't apply to me. I need to move the screen here. I'm bad at this and it's costing me. I'm not horrible, but I'm not that good at that. I'm average, I'm good at it, I'm very good at it. Know your net worth. Know your net worth. And consciously work throughout the year to be sure that your net worth is higher at the end of the year than it is at the beginning of the year. Selling more and earning more is no guarantee of increased net worth and of greater financial security. You can sell more and earn more and still have a lot of expenses, spend money foolishly, not foolishly, let's not criticize it, spend money in a way that removes that money from your net worth. Now, I'm not talking about saving every penny. Matter of fact, just like the agent I told you about, you may be even a little careless about it, but you're conscious of net worth. You can easily sell more and earn more, but be worth less, particularly those of you who have a team. Many people are sacrificing that net worth for the growing of their team. You want to be very careful of that. If you're going to take a year or 2 or 3 of earning less, or your expenses are so high you're netting less, and the market shifts, you could have a serious difficulty. So, financial security. A huge income does not create it. Eliminating debt doesn't create financial security. Good investments don't even create it. All these contribute to your financial security. A great income, eliminating debt, good investments, all those can help contribute to financial security, but only net worth defines financial security. So I want you to continuously think net worth. So now let's say, what exactly is net worth? It's very simple. Okay, net worth. You've established net worth if at the end of the year, your net worth is greater than at the beginning. So how do you measure net worth? So here's what you do, and this one you probably want to make a note of. Okay? Take your assets minus your liabilities. Now, what are your assets? All the things you own. We'll talk about it on the next slide. You take your assets, the value of everything you own, and your liabilities, the value of everything you owe. So you subtract the value of everything you own, or rather you subtract everything you owe from the value of everything you own, and that equals your net worth. And I purposely put a red H in net worth because it can be hampered by your liabilities. Now, what are your assets? Your assets are the market value of everything you own, from your shoes and socks to your real estate. So for your assets, you want to take the value of any bank accounts you have. Even if, no matter what, if there's money in the bank, count it. Any stocks you have, any bonds you have, any mutual funds, any real estate, the value of automobiles you own. Look up the Blue Book value on the internet. Any boats, any computers, any appliances, clothes, furniture, and everything you own, or everything in which you have financial interest. If you own a business with somebody, what's a conservative value of that business? So the value of every asset that you have, those are your assets, everything you own. Okay, those are your assets. So what are your liabilities? The total of everything you owe, your debts. So you take all your debts, and you take school debt, you take credit card debt, you take automobile loans, you take personal loans, and you subtract those liabilities from your assets. And that, in a very, very simple way, creates or dictates or defines your net worth. Your assets minus your liabilities. Now, why is this important? Because this is the, call it the actual value, not of who you are. You know, you're a very valuable human being, but this takes, call it the worldly assets, the you know, the measurable assets of your life equal your net worth. And you'll be shocked, happily surprised, shocked in a good way, when you start to measure net worth and you realize that you can grow it by paying attention to it. So you have two assignments for today. Determine your net worth, and then measure your net worth each quarter. So if you did your assignment, if you did this assignment during your business plan at the end of 2015, you did this in late December or January. You figured out what your net worth was. Now April is approaching. And in April, maybe now, start now, and then in April, in July, October, every quarter, at the same time you perhaps pay quarterly income tax estimates, I want you to determine what your net worth is. So you can see from quarter to quarter, and certainly from year to year, whether you are growing or not, whether you're growing your net worth or not. See, one of the philosophies of real estate grad school is that what gets measured gets done. You know, if you want to be someplace on time, you keep watching a clock. You're measuring your time. What gets measured gets done. If you want to lose weight, you get on a scale every single day, perhaps twice a day. And you're watching your weight. What gets measured gets done. Just your awareness, you know, if a person stops getting on the scale, it frustrates them, it demotivates them, they will find they lose control over their weight. What gets measured gets done. Just your awareness of your net worth will lead you to increase it over time. You'll make better decisions in every aspect of your financial life. So I don't need to challenge you to increase your net worth, because awareness does that automatically. Just consciousness, awareness, mindfulness of your net worth will cause you to increase it over time. Awareness does that automatically. So take an hour. I think the first time I did this, I did on a Friday, so I said this weekend, so I should have changed that on this slide. Take an hour this week before Friday to determine your net worth. It doesn't have to be real accurate. You don't have to count how many socks are in your drawer and say, okay, each pair of socks is worth, you know, $2.22. No, just take a rough estimate and be conservative. Determine what your net worth is. Take all your assets, remove your liabilities, and then set a net worth goal for 2016. Now be conservative, be realistic, but if you could increase your net worth by $20,000, $10,000, $200, or $100,000 or more, the point is your consciousness of it will cause you over time to increase it, and net worth really is your only true measure of financial security. So all the other things we teach you, all the prospecting, all the presenting, you know, March we said is about everything buyers. Last month was about everything sellers. Everything we teach is aimed at one real key goal. Make sure that your net worth is more at the end of this year than it was at the beginning of this year. So make it a priority and begin to measure your net worth today, and no later by the end of the workday on Friday. By the end of work on Friday, you be sure that you've done a quick net worth measure, and be sure that that consciousness stays with you throughout the year. And I can guarantee you that that consciousness alone will cause you to do things smarter, work harder, and make much better decisions. So we do have a live call today at 8:30 and again at 11:30. There are far fewer people on the 11:30 call, so if you want to have some individual time with me, for sure, get on that call. But I usually get to every single person on nearly every call. So call us if you don't have a link for that. And if you want to become a coaching client, we have a terrific coaching program. That's all there is to it. It's very cost effective. It's $49 a month with a $99 startup fee. No big commitment. After that first $148, you're done, and that pays for all the tools online that you have access to, a half-hour planning planning session with me and all of our tools and all of our webinars, etc. If you want to save a couple $100, if you're sure you want to hang with us for a year, it's $499 for the year. That saves you about $198. So hug the ones you love, make a great day, make a sale, and I will speak to you all either on the 8:30 call right now, 11:30, or I'll speak to you in the morning. Oh, for some of you, I may not speak till next Monday. And if you're visiting us every Monday, man, thank you for being there. I appreciate that a lot, and I hope you give us a call. Let us talk to you about the program so that you can do the very best for yourself and your real estate career. Talk to you soon. Be well. Bye.